Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's reading is going to be answering the question, what are their true intentions? Blunt. So what we're going to be looking into today are your person's true intentions toward you and this connection. So we'll see, do they have any plans? Do they have any, direction that they're wanting to take things in as it pertains to you? So if that's something that you've been looking for clarification on, then definitely keep on watching. So let's get into our disclaimers. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so some of the messages may apply quite specifically to you, while other messages might not. If it doesn't feel like it fits your situation, simply just release it and let it go. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Don't let it get you upset. Remember, again, it's a general reading. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you could book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your personal situation. All right, let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. So we're going to be doing 3 piles today. For pile number 1, we are going to be working with the Artist's Inner Vision Tarot and this Bumblebee Jasper crystal. For pile number 2, we're going to be working with the Urban Tarot and this Pyrite cluster. And for pile number 3, we're going to be working with the Golden Wheel Tarot and this little Malachite. So I want you guys to take a deep breath. Think about your person and their true intentions toward you. Go ahead and select the deck or the crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected pile. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys picked out the Artist's Inner Vision Tarot with this Bumblebee Jasper, this will be your reading. So we're going to be looking into what your person's true intentions are with regard to this connection. And we're going to start off with a tarot, and I'm going to pull one of these archetype cards. So let's start here with the tarot for pile 1. So for pile 1, what is their person's true intentions, or what are their person's true intentions toward them and this connection? We have the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Temperance card. We do have the Three of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, so there's an undertone here of maybe potential heartbreak or a breakup or something that this person might be healing from, potentially. Let's pull one of these archetype cards. For pile 1, what is their person's current position with regard to this connection with pile 1? We have the Virgin. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I'm a mess today. Everything's falling over. Okay, so what are their intentions for pile 1? So I definitely feel like your person is healing from something here with this Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It seems like they've recently gone through like a breakup or some sort of situation that has left them feeling very exposed. Okay, and so I think it's important to mention this because I do think that this person has some walls up. They have their guard up They are feeling a bit protective over their energy, okay? Look at this card of the Virgin. This is their current position with regard to this connection. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit, fear of intimate union. It's interesting that this card is coming up because I do see indication that this person is quite physically attracted to you. This could be something that they're trying to sort of resist. I do feel that this person is scared, like the card says. They have a fear of letting someone in fully. And I see a lot of indication here that this person is much more focused on self, much more focused on being single right now than maybe being in a committed relationship with someone. So let's just kind of start from left to right. Overall energy, we have the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. So I do feel like this person has a lot of physical attraction to you. I think that this person is probably at times coming across as like quite charming. They might be a little bit impulsive at times. I also am getting a message here about art, that maybe like someone here does art or has a creative hobby that this person really admires. Maybe this is something that the two of you like to do together, and it brings a lot of excitement for this person. I feel though that this person, despite like their physical attraction to you, there is this, like they're trying to remain pure, right? So maybe there's something about your energy that feels a little bit tempting to this person, and they're trying to resist that temptation. But I also think, again, going back to the Three of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck, this person is also healing, right? So they could be kind of leading with this more like surface level energy because they're afraid of being vulnerable and opening up on an emotional level to you. So with the Ten of Wands being here, I feel like this person is just, it's like their world is on fire. Look at all these towers here that are on fire here. So I think that they are in a position where it's like, they may not be in a position where they're able to take on other people's burdens. And I do feel like this person could be struggling with just feelings of this connection being burdensome to them. Not because you, my viewer, are doing anything wrong or doing anything to place burden on them. I think it's just coming from their own place, their own emotional state of not being in a position where they really have much to give to a romantic partner at this time. They're very protective over their energy. I do feel like they have a lot going on in their life. And if anything, I think that what they want from you is for you to kind of help support them, okay? They may want you to take burden off of their shoulders a little bit because they have all these fires in their life that they need to put out or that they're needing to contain. So what I see this person being ultimately really ready for with regard to this situation with the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles is they're focusing right now on just being single, right? I think that this is the type of person where when they do connect with you, it's like they're doing it to fulfill an immediate need. So there could be something physical here with the Prince of Wands coming up, where like they connect with you in that way because it fulfills an immediate need for them. But it doesn't necessarily have to be physical for all of you because, again, this person has an intimacy issue. Although being physical with someone doesn't always mean that they're being like emotionally intimate either, right? So it's nuanced. But with the Nine of Cups coming up here, this is all about indulgence, right? Look at the grapes. Look at the castle. It's like it's about getting the thing that you want in a way that's very convenient for you, right? This is definitely not a person that I see who is wanting to like partner with you, take burden off of your shoulders. It's definitely a very self-serving energy that this person is in of just wanting to be single, right? And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. We all go through those phases where we just want to focus on ourselves. And I do see with this Nine of Coins here that I think that this person, it's like they're blocking you out. And it's because of the fact that like they're really just kind of happy and content to be single, right, with their own stuff. I think this person may also be going through some financial changes in their life as well, like with these like butterflies and moths that are on here. Butterflies in particular have to do with change and transformation. This person may have recently gone through a financial glow up in their life with the Nine of Pentacles here, or they could be working on a financial glow up at this time. But either way, this signifies to me that this person is really thinking more about their own kind of independence in their life, just in general. I don't see them wanting to be tied down to anyone right now. And so with the Temperance card coming up here, we know that Temperance is all about divine timing. We have art stuff going on here too. I mean, you guys did pick the Artist's Intervision Tarot, so that kind of makes sense that we'd have a lot of artistic references here. But with the Temperance card being here, I feel kind of like the near future outcome of the situation is that like you, my viewer, and this person are going to have to be more patient, right? Temperance is all about allowing things to come together whenever is the right time, right? And divine timing, we cannot always put a time limit on it, right? It's usually just like whenever it's ready to come together, it comes together. And I feel like right now this person is very much on this path of healing. They're on this path of self-renewal, if you will. And so they're probably going to need a little bit more time before they're going to be ready to be in a relationship with anyone. Okay, so let's see. Tell me. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we have vulnerability coming up and we have integrity. It's so interesting that that vulnerability card is coming up because this person, I think it's something that they're struggling with. I do feel like this person does see positive traits with you, pile one. Like they know that you're the type of person that they could trust. They know that you're the type of person that they could be themselves with. But they are struggling to open up to full kind of intimacy with anybody and really letting someone into their world all the way. The Knight of Wands, it's like, I feel that this person sees this connection as something that's really fun for them. Like it's something fun. It's like they're impulsively engaging in it without really having a lot of forethought into what the future of it is. It's a very kind of live in the moment type of energy, right? And so I think that they have a lot of excitement. But what I'm not seeing here is emotional vulnerability or like really even effort to kind of take this longer term or more intentionally. And then we also have integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? So going back to this Virgin energy, it's kind of interesting. Like one thing that I'm kind of feeling for you guys, pile one, with this person is like, how do I want to say this? Like, are they shaming themselves by feeling like physical or sexual attraction to you? Like that's the vibe a little bit with this Virgin coming up. I don't know. It's weird. Like they definitely have those types of thoughts, but there's something I think that this person is concerned about when it comes to like purity. The other thing to keep in mind as well with this card and with the Temperance card is that I think this person could also be really thinking about or maybe sort of blocking out this connection because of something to do with your values being a bit different, right? The Temperance card can talk about needing to blend opposites together and how sometimes that can take a long time, hence why we talk about divine timing. I do think this person sees that there's potential to create something beautiful with you with Temperance, something unique and different. But I also think that they recognize that the two of you are on different pages in terms of what you both want out of the situation, and maybe even something to do with different, like more, something to do with like values, like value systems for some of you guys. All right, so let's just take a look at a few more cards and then we're going to close it out. So for pile one, what are their person's true intentions toward them, please? Yeah, see, we have just for fun. Good times, good company, getting out of the house and having fun. That's how they feel about this connection, right? It's a fun time for them. They enjoy it. Let's see what else. Then we have jealousy. They can't see you being happy. So this person may have some like possessive tendencies as well, where like the Nine of Cups can sometimes be a little bit of a selfish energy, right? Where clearly this person is focused on their own sort of self-gratification at this time, but I'm not seeing a lot of indication that they're wanting to really like reciprocate, you know? However, they also don't like the idea of you being with anyone else, which is definitely kind of selfish, right? Let's see. We also have there are no words that can explain how you will feel. Enjoy this feeling. Yeah. We also have denial at the bottom of the deck. This isn't what you're looking for, but you are ignoring the facts. Yeah, so I think overall, pile one, what I see in terms of their intentions is somebody who's really just looking for a fun time, right? And I think that they're focused more on their own like personal gratification than they are building a relationship with anyone right now. It definitely seems this person is still healing from something from their past, and they have a lot of stuff going on in their life that might be stressing them out. And I definitely see a person who is struggling to fully open up and be vulnerable. So just really, I think, important insight for you guys to know as you continue to navigate forward. But comment below. Please let me know how you feel like this resonates with you and your personal situation. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video. And I'll see you then. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you guys picked out the Urban Tarot with this pyrite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking into your person's intentions toward you. So let's take a look first with the tarot just to kind of get a sense of what's happening with them and where their headspace is at with you. And then we will move into some additional cards. So what is pile 2's person's true intentions, please, toward pile 2? All right, so we're starting off here with an 8 of Swords. We have a 4 of Cups. We have a 3 of Swords. We have a Princess of Swords, which is a Page of Swords. And we have a 10 of Pentacles. And we have an Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So that's interesting. Let's pull one of these archetype cards next. So for pile 2, where does their person stand with regard to their connection? What's their position with regard to this connection? We have a Fool energy. And the Fool energy is saying, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. Okay. What are their intentions for pile 2? Lots of swords. This person could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I think with this Fool energy being here, first of all, I want to say this. I kind of feel like this person is in pain. I don't know that this person is really in the best headspace mentally. I'm seeing and picking up on a lot of hurt, a lot of apathy, and I'm seeing kind of a mistrustful energy from them. And so with that Fool card coming up here, I'm really being drawn to like kind of this image of the mask and how the person, the Fool, is actually crying. They're sad, but covering it up with this mask. And so I'm guided to say for you guys that this person, they might be not doing so well mentally. So if you guys are close with this person, you might check in on them and just see if they're okay. Or maybe just kind of keep in mind that they've got something going on beneath the surface that they may not be revealing to you. I think this person might be putting on a facade, acting really happy like everything is okay, but deep down inside they're really hurting. Because there is a lot of emotion here with this Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But the thing is, like, in terms of their intentions with you guys, I'm really seeing somebody that's more in their head right now, and maybe even feeling a little bit awkward about this connection and how to move forward, maybe even feeling a little bit mistrustful in certain instances. But I do think that there are feelings here. I think that this Ace of Cups, though, is twofold. I think this is talking about this person's own emotions kind of underneath the surface of all of this mental pain or anguish that they're going through. But I also think there's an element of them having emotion toward you too. So overall, I think that this person just feels maybe a little bit awkward as it pertains to this situation, that they're feeling a little bit stuck. Okay. I think that communication is getting a little murky as well. Again, I continue to think that this person is not really being themselves truly around you. And so I think that's causing some awkwardness with that Eight of Swords, right? They're not really showing you their true selves. And so as a result, it's like they don't really know how to act around you. They don't really know how to communicate with you. And I think that this person with the Four of Cups being here, they are apathetic right now about this situation and about their life, right? Like something about the situation is not satisfying to them. To be honest with you guys, this reading is really making me feel like your person is depressed. Like I think that this person is depressed. I think with this Three of Swords, they're really struggling to process something going on right now. And it could have to do with this connection, but it could, again, just have to do with something else going on in their life that's causing them hardship and sorrow, as the card says. And it's almost giving me just a person who's like they're dissatisfied with their circumstances, but also ultimately unsure of how to get out of them. And so this person, when they communicate with you, I think that they may come across a little bit, not scattered, but I think they may just come across a little bit uncertain or hesitant or mistrustful, right? Because the Page of Swords is somebody who's asking a lot of questions, right? They're the skeptic. They don't easily just trust anybody. And it's interesting that there's this activist energy here as well. So I don't know if you and this person like share in some sort of like a cause that you guys both really believe in, that you both support and advocate for. But I think that any upcoming communication is going to feel like it's going to be like online, or it's going to be like questions. It doesn't feel like somebody who's ready to open up and trust, right? They need to see for themselves through like receipts and experience that they can trust before they're going to be vulnerable to show you what they have going on here, okay? And I'm almost guided to say whatever this thing is that they are an advocate for, with this 10 of Pentacles here, I feel like this person is more ultimately kind of focusing on that right now, building whatever that is for themselves. This person could also be dealing with things to do with their money and their finances at this time. 10 of Pentacles is about like generational wealth, and it's about long-term investments and commitments here. Let's continue. I want to get a few more cards here. What is going on with this person? Why? What are their intentions with pile 2? We have twin flame. And we have stability. We have rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. That's what I feel, you guys. I don't think this person is really like completely focused on you. Like I think that there are or were feelings there, but it just feels with this Four of Cups that they're totally apathetic right now. And, you know, this person, they may recognize with the stability card, maybe you guys have been in this person's life for a while. That's kind of what I feel with that, with the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you have known this person for a long time, for a lot of you guys out there. And if that's not the case, I do think this person recognizes that you're somebody who could be in their life in a stable way, right? For a long-term, stable connection, friendship, whatever it is. But I think that ultimately with the twin flame card coming up here, this is telling me that you and this person are sort of meant to up-level each other and then potentially go separate ways. I know everybody's going to have like, there's different ideas out there about like what the twin flame experience really is. And I can only speak from my personal experience and what I've also seen with my clients, right? I've never seen a situation where a twin, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I've never seen a situation where the twin flame card comes up and this is a person that you end up being with forever. Most often what I've seen is that twin flame, whenever this card comes up, this is because something about the connection is meant to trigger you to improve and up-level yourself, okay? And it's for both of you, right? I've experienced this personally with someone who I would get this twin flame card a lot. I'm not going to say the person was my twin flame because I don't know. But whenever I would get that twin flame card for them, it was weird to me because it wasn't really like a romantic situation. We weren't really dating, but this person was like triggering me to improve. And then once the lesson was learned, we both are removed from each other's lives and we're both good with that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I feel is happening here. Like this person, through their rejection and through their apathy and their lack of really opening up to you, you are being pushed in some way to up level. So let's continue for pile 2. What else should pile 2 know about this connection? We have single. See, they're focused on being single. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels that they're very focused on other stuff. We have not investing. I'm not avoiding you. I just don't want what you want. Super, it's like gnarly, super brutal. Very blunt. Let's see. Oh. Okay, but then look at this. We have spiritual connection. I'm going to take that one because this is way too many. But spiritual connection. There's a strong bond with you and this person, which makes sense, right? With the twin flame card coming up, there is going to be that natural pull toward one another. We have scared. Someone is scared to open up. Exactly. You have that energetic pull to this person for a reason, right? That's why we have the twin flame card coming up here. This is a spiritual connection, right? This person was placed into your life for a reason. There's a lesson that you're supposed to learn from it. So even though what I see with this person's intentions is that I don't see that this person really has much of any intention toward you, pile number 2. It feels like this person is really kind of wrapped up in their own world and needing to focus on their own healing right now. And if anything, when it comes to you, there may be some light communication, but like outside of that, I'm not seeing someone that's really focusing on you in that way. Which I know might be hard to hear, but at the same time, maybe the lesson, and I don't know, only you can tell yourself, only you know what the lesson is for you, right? Because everybody's going to have a different path who's watching pile number 2, but I think it's important to reflect on what that lesson is. I think it could be something to do with like asking yourself, well, why am I drawn to somebody who isn't investing in me? You know, there's a lesson there for you to learn. So very interesting reading, pile 2. I'm really sorry. I hope that I didn't upset you. This one was definitely pretty blunt with some of these cards that came up, but please let me know in the comments, how do you feel that this really resonates with your situation? Drop me a comment below and let me know. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated whenever I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you guys picked out the Golden Wheel Tarot with this malachite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to be taking a look at your person's true intentions toward you and this connection. So let's go ahead and jump right in with the tarot and see what's going on with them. So for pile 3, what is their person, or what are their person's true intentions toward pile 3? We have a 9 of Wheels. We have a Page of Swords. We have the Moon. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Six of Swords. We have a Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this person could be balancing a lot in their life, juggling a lot of competing priorities and things like that. Let's take a look to see what their current stance is, their current position is with regard to your connection. Where does this person currently stand with regard to their connection with pile 3? We have the Student coming up. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Okay. So does this person know what they are supposed to be doing? They're just choosing not to do it? Help me understand, pile 3, because with that Student card coming up, it's leading me to believe that this person is learning about you or has been learning about you, but I don't see a lot of indication here that they're taking any sort of action or that they have any sort of real intention. One thing I am getting, though, for some of you guys is with this Nine of Pentacles as the overall energy, I do feel like this person is very much focused on their financial situation right now. And I'm wondering if part of this student energy coming up is them learning a skill or going to school or doing something to further their financial situation here. Because with the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is sometimes when we're trying to balance out the flow of our money, right? This person could be really keeping an eye on what's coming in and what's going out, and they're spending, and they're balancing a lot of things. Because look at this, we have a King of Pentacles underneath. Yeah, okay. This person overall, I think, is really focused on their financial situation right now. And I do think this person is in this student archetype because they are learning around those themes. However, there's a lot of, I don't know, you guys, like in terms of their intentions toward you, I'm really not seeing anything really clear and decisive here. I kind of feel with this Page of Swords, like this person might be a little bit mistrustful of you or defensive, or they have like a little bit of a fear, I think, of letting you in or trusting you all the way. I'm also wondering if for a lot of you guys, the situation has been cooled down for a while. Like maybe you're in your winter season with this person, metaphorically, because we have a lot of snowy energy here with the Page of Swords and the Moon. And then the Four of Swords is about just continuing to take a rest period, right? I think for you guys, this person with the Moon card is very unclear about what they're really ready for, what type of connection they want from you. I don't think that they're really tuned into their feelings about you. I think that this Moon energy it's giving me like a person who just doesn't know. This is like unfamiliar territory to them. They're really caught up in their financial situation right now and their work situation. And so when it comes to thinking about this connection and what they're really ready for, they just don't know. They don't know. And I think part of them with the Page of Swords, I think if you're in a scenario with this person where you guys have been in touch and you've been communicating pretty frequently with them, I do think that this Page of Swords in the Student card is talking about this person desiring to ask questions of you, to learn more about you, to kind of study you in a way so that they can understand a little bit more clearly where to go with the situation and where you might fit into their life. But with the Four of Swords here and the Six of Swords, I'm feeling like coming up here into the near future, this person, you may not really hear a lot from them because I see them taking more of like a mental respite here, taking a mental break from the situation to kind of clear their mind. And then ultimately with that Six of Swords, this is about moving on, right? This is about moving into calmer, more tranquil waters. And so if we look at kind of like the progression of things, right? They're very focused on their career. This is a very beautiful sort of lush Zen energy. But then we have a lot of this sort of harsh, like stressful energy here, followed by a period of calm and relaxation. So I feel that this person just wants peace in their life. They want peace and calm as it pertains to this connection. So look, as I parted the deck, you and this person don't share the same vision. We'll see if it comes back out, but let's continue. Let's get a few more cards here for pile 3. Tell me a little bit more, please, about pile 3. What are their intentions for my pile 3 viewers? We have children. Children are important to this partnership. So maybe this person has a family that they're trying to support. Let's see. We have forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Yeah, this person seems like they have a lot of healing to do, you guys. And maybe part of this moon energy of not knowing where they want to go has to do with their past. Because children could be talking about current children that they have with like an ex that they're still healing from. But these cards can also be talking about like inner child stuff, you know, stuff from their childhood that's never been addressed that is impacting their ability to cultivate a relationship with someone else romantically. Now, for others of you guys with that forgiveness card, I think part of their intentions with you and taking this break is so that they can release any negativity that they're feeling toward the situation. So if you and this person, I think, are generally like on good terms and you know that you're just taking like a little quick break from them, that's kind of what I see happening. Like a little bit of time and space followed by this energy of moving forward with you into calmer, happier waters, if you will. All right, let's take a look at some of these cards. So for pile 3, what are their person's true intentions toward them? We have friends with sexual benefits. Let's see what else we have. What are their intentions? Healing. Yep. Back and forth. Goodness. We also have the runner. When things start escalating, this one will start running. So kind of important little piece of research there for you guys. Little piece of information because, you know, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with the 6 of Swords. It's like I think there's going to be this break to focus on healing, but then I can see a situation where they're coming back. When you're gone, I want you back, but nothing is going to change once I get you back. Okay, so this person, I think, is just going to keep going around and around in circles until they get clear for themselves about what it is that they want out of a romantic relationship, right? And until they achieve that clarity for themselves, it's going to be the same cycle over and over again with this person. What I feel that they would be able to offer you at this point is, like this card says, friends with sexual benefits. So maybe that's something that they are continuing to think about when it comes to you. But yeah, ultimately in terms of their intentions, you guys, I just see a person that is very wrapped up in their work and their career and their money, that needs to heal from the past. And I think that they might come back into your life after a period of separation because they just can't let it go. And I don't feel like this person is really making the changes. As the energy stands right now, with that moon card, it's like, I don't know that I see them making the necessary changes within themselves in order to like shift the energy of this connection in any way. And I definitely think with this runner card that they have intimacy issues here. Like as soon as there's a fight or an argument, or as soon as it starts to feel like things are getting too like emotionally intimate, they're going to bolt. So very interesting reading, pile 3. I think your message came out actually pretty straightforward. So definitely comment below. Let me know how it resonates with your situation. And if you're not already, definitely subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I'll see you then. Bye.